Have you ever found yourself wondering about the future of work, jobs, skills, even companies themselves? If you have, let's have a conversation, because the future of all of those different things could be radically different to the one that's being painted in the press, as well as by other futurists. Now, my name is Matthew Griffin. I'm the CEO and futurist-in-chief of the 311 Institute. I look up to 50 years out, and the future of all of these different things can be radically different. So let's go. Now, when we actually have a look at the future of companies, for example, yes, we have fully autonomous companies coming through that are actually built, run, scaled and operated by artificial intelligences. There are about 15 of those. And even Sam Altman says that really by 2027, 2028, he estimates that AI agents will be able to build multi-billion-dollar businesses with just a couple of people. That's it. And eventually we take Kevin, the CEO, out. Now, when we actually have a look at the future of companies, today we all work for organizations that have a very hierarchical structure and are populated by lines of business. Now, the reason that companies are laid out in the way that they are is because that's what we've always done. Now, for example, if I run a company, which I do, and I want to sell stuff, whatever that stuff is, I need salespeople. I also need people to hire the salespeople. I need people to manage finance and procurement and accounts and everything else. So as a CEO, what I do is I go out and I look for people with those specialist skills. And as a consequence, I go out, I find the ideal salesperson and I put them into a sales line of business because those are the core skills that they actually have. And we do this across the entire organization, and it doesn't matter whether you're a small startup or whether you are the world's largest organization, we all operate under this kind of structure. However, AI changes everything, or certainly could, so let me explain. Now, increasingly, we're all seeing that artificial intelligence is becoming increasingly adept at automating different human jobs, tasks, and skills. Now, when an artificial intelligence automates a skill, so for example, creating artwork that the marketing team would normally have gone out to a human to procure and do, all of a sudden what you actually have is you have artificial intelligence democratizing access to skills. So let's take it back to the sales example. Kevin, the sales guy, basically is one of the best sales guys that we have. He has fantastic negotiation skills, soft skills. He's got all the training and certificates and so on and so forth. However, he wants to do some marketing basically to his client base. Now, what he would normally do is he would normally speak to the marketing director and say, look, I want to open up some new business. I need this kind of marketing material and can you help me with that? And Sandra, the marketing director, would say, okay, sure. And she'd get her team onto that and they'd create something, pass it through to Kevin. Now, if artificial intelligence is democratizing all kinds of different skills from content creation through to cyber analytics, through to big data analytics, through to even programming and coding, even laying out AWS instances, then why can't Kevin now start creating his own marketing material? And provided the CEO says, Kevin, it's all right for you to create your own marketing material and publish that, provided it meets company guidelines, why does Kevin need to actually go to the marketing department any longer? In fact, when we actually have a look at Kevin, he could actually even use artificial intelligence to write new Python code to help him analyze all of the data from his client set. So what we have with artificial intelligence is as AI increasingly automates different human jobs, tasks, and skills, it also breaks down the individual silos, the skill silos within businesses. And when we do that, what happens when Kevin actually has access to the skills of his legal team? He can draft his own contracts. He can evaluate his own customer contracts and respond almost in real time. So what we have in AI is we have the democratization of skills that then breaks down the traditional skills silos within businesses, which then means that every single individual within your business has access to every skill almost on earth, which then means, do companies in the future actually do away with line of business specialisms? Is Kevin not just in the sales team, but he actually is across the entire organization? So that's the future of companies. And when we actually have a look at the future of work itself, we have a couple of options. Yes, we can use artificial intelligence to automate people, but we can also use artificial intelligence to augment people. So a kind of assistive intelligence, or intelligent automation, or intelligent augmentation, as some people are increasingly calling it. Now, again, when we actually take Kevin as the example, he can write reports faster than ever before. He can dive into data faster than ever before. He can churn through his client base to find new leads faster than ever before. He can use AI to create new marketing communications and new general communications faster than ever before. He can craft new PowerPoints faster than ever before. And actually, globally, basically, we're seeing the use of particularly generative artificial intelligence helping people improve their productivity by, on average, 40%, which is huge. So when we actually have a look at the future of organizations, sure, we have fully autonomous organizations in the future. We have organizations that lean incredibly heavily basically on artificial intelligence to the point that AI is basically the CEO. But then we also have the ability to augment human workers with artificial intelligence and new tools, as well as new thinking, in ways that we never actually imagined. So when we start having a look at this kind of future, do we ultimately see all of the individual skills silos within businesses break down? Do all of the line of businesses just start merging with one another? And actually, if the only thing that your employees actually have access to is increasingly all of the world's knowledge, all of the world's skills, and then the ability to create new products and sell new products at a speed and scale that's so unimaginable that we can change the world in a day because Kevin now has access to the internet and the 4.5 billion connected people. And if he can now craft the right sales message, do the right things, execute properly, he could have whatever he's up to in front of 4.5 billion people by the end of the day. Fundamentally, we are now living in an age basically where technology is unlocking human potential and human capital like never before. So what does that really mean for your entire organization? How you think about organizations, how you think about the future of work, how you think about the future of employees and skills? If you've got some thoughts on that, simply find me on LinkedIn under Matthew Griffin, DM me, and let's have a little chat. As for now, I think that's probably enough gerrymandering. I can't say that word. So take it easy. Goodbye.